If you enjoyed this video, remember to leave a like and subscribe. With that being said, welcome back to another action figure review. My name is Matthew, and today we're taking a look at the Godzilla Kong, the New Empire, Godzilla, well, not Godzilla, Kong vs. Skar King set. This is a 2-pack diorama piece that is exclusive to Walmart's, and pretty much has a lot of stuff. So we're going to be going over the entire set. So make sure you sit back, get comfy as we review the Kong vs. Skar King 2-pack set. So first things first, we're going to start with the 8th wonder of the world himself, Kong, with which I must say, before anyone asks, this is in fact a reused Kong with Beast Glove mold, so sculpt and, for the most part, paint-wise, it's pretty much the exact same thing as the previously released Beast Glove Kong figure, which I think was actually simultaneously released with this guy? I think so, because this was part of the first wave anyway. For the head, it's actually got some pretty gnarly detail with some nice fur texture, and overall the sculpt of the fur looks really well done. And you got like a gray spray for the face, and the mouth is kind of like a pinkish red, and has some pretty well painted teeth. The eyes still have that problem though, where they're looking off in two different directions, though it's not as bad as my original Kong. And it's also got some pretty well sculpted nostrils. However, with the beard, it's actually painted the same color as the chest is, don't worry, we'll get to it, with some orange at the top and some yellow at the sides. And speaking of the paint, the new edition is going to be this almost like basically warm color paint. So something that this set is supposed to look like is essentially the fight that takes place in the Hollow Earth with all like the lava surrounding Kong and Skar King, and they're essentially squabbling up, and that's essentially what it's supposed to look like. So we have like a black spray that kind of goes down the mid part of the chest, some red paint, which looks less like lava reflection and more like blood, if I'm being honest. And we also have some like yellow spray, which goes on like the more of the pecs. However, we can see that judging for this piece, which we have a mild tint of gray, that there is gray underneath here. It's just not, you're not able to see it. Also, the eyes are in fact orange. I forgot to point that out. We have some more of that kind of like orange spray coming down to the bicep. Then we have like the beast glove, which you have like the silver gears right here. And then you have the emblems, which are BT61. I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean. I'm pretty sure that's a reference to something. HT42. I can't, again, kind of just blank in the head. Not sure what really that's supposed to mean. We have some more of the red spray that kind of goes down the more arm part of it, and then kind of stops at the beast glove where it's like solid yellow. So it's definitely kind of tapering off towards like reds and yellows. And then on the opposite arm, we have like a full streak, even on the hinge, of red. So it's very much like pretty much a basic spray. And then you still get more like the fur detail on here, and it looks really great. Beast glove again looks mechanical, nice kind of like shiny silver chrome type color, and then you have like more of the fur down here. On the legs, I have like same kind of red splotches going around here. It almost looks like this is supposed to be blood here, because it doesn't help that there's a slash mark that he never gets in the movie. Or at least I think he got hit in the back of the leg. I don't see why it would be here, but whatever. It's a Playmates toy. I'm not expecting 100% accuracy. But it does definitely look like there's a fresh cut open wound, because there is a scar here. And I think there's also a scar up here. So I feel like if they were to just focus the red paint on there, and instead of making it red, make it orange, that would have looked a little cooler. But alas, Playmates. We have some gray spray here at the hands, and some gray spray here at the bottom of the feet. And pretty much speaking, that's going to be it. The back of the figure still features a lot of that great detail that you find on the original, including that mildly thick monkey booty. But, and of course, that same seam line you get on the chest, there's no posability there, and very rigid old man type Kong, which, am I going insane, or wasn't there supposed to be a scar here? I feel like there is. Whatever. But yeah, that's essentially it for the sculpt and paint. It's essentially the original figure, just with more paint on it, with some more yellows and reds. So that's basically all the differences as far as like the pure sculpted details are concerned. But speaking of the articulation, and this is a major fault in the figure having the paint job where it is, and honestly, my biggest gripe about it. So, what is it? Well, the articulation itself, it remains basically untouched. We have a head swivel, so you can go left and right. There's no up and down movement, so it's just the basic swivel. But as you can see, when you move the head, there is no paint underneath. So all he did was just have the figure in a basic stance like this, spray it with various colors, and called it a day. I understand, like, this is minor, can easily be fixed, but what if you want your Kong looking to the side? You're gonna have, like, this big, almost looks like the outline of a shirt or vest. Yeah, that's not very good. At least application-wise. Shoulders are on swivels and hinges, so you can kind of go up and down. Mine's a little stiff still, because I just got this thing the other day. Do keep in mind, again, same thing about the paint. You can easily tell where it stops. Hinges and swivels at this shoulder. So again, red paint doesn't go all the way, so you can kind of see like that. And there's no wrist swivel here, but you do get another swivel hinge at this shoulder. I don't want to move it too much because I am worried about paint scraping. And you do get a mild, well, it's not a mild, it's essentially the same thing as the original, but you do get a hinge and swivel. However, I'm still cautious because I've heard reports that there was paint that was scraping off, especially on the Hong Kong Battle Kong. Oh boy, that figure probably was a mess. And I don't own it personally. And you get a wrist swivel right here, so you're good with that. No waist swivel, as I mentioned before, but you do get swivel hinges here at the legs, so you can kind of go side to side, up and down, so you can get some pretty cool poses. And hinged knees. I don't know how much I'm getting that on camera, but to just recap, swivel hinged legs and swivel knees. There's no swivel or hinge at the ankles, so essentially, again, unchanged from the original Kong with Beast Glove figure. For accessories, he does not come with an axe, unfortunately, and Zuko's not in the set, but he does come with an heave. And in my opinion, this is kind of an odd choice, because, like, okay, the heave itself, this is the one from the set. I can tell because mine was warped in the box and there's like a bit of warpage. But in the film, he's never accompanied with the heave when he's going off on his little adventure with, just with the heave itself. In fact, I don't even think the heave even enters that room. So why it's here in a scene that's supposed to replicate that scene in particular, I have no idea. But hey, the heave is still sculpted pretty well. No paint applications. It's all chrome and it's all one piece of rubber. Even though it's actually kind of sturdy rubber, I do like this. But hey, at least I got two of these things. And there's no like right or wrong way for Kong to grab it, but essentially, I just personally like to use this long prong down here and just slide it into Kong's hand, and boom, he's basically holding the heave. So essentially, there's no real right or wrong way to put the heave in, so as long as he's actually holding it, but that's personally the method I use. So overall, for Kong, honestly, take it or leave it, it's a repaint, so yeah.